What's up, guys? This is Maxwell Media Inc. I'm your host, Sir Maxwell, and today we're getting into RWBY Volume 8, Chapter 11, Risk. So, when we get into this episode, before we get into it, I just want to remind you that if you want to see this video a little bit earlier, then you should join my Patreon. My Patreon is linked below, and you will get all sorts of perks like the Discord server. We have lots of fun. We talk, we chat. You get more direct access to me. You'll get to request songs. You'll get to do a lot of things. We have a lot of hood rat messy fun in the Discord server. So do that, as well as other exclusive perks. But if you don't want to do that and you just want to leave me a tip, not only my PayPal, and if you just can't afford the monthly, Patreon, then PayPal. But if you don't have any money and you're a broke bitch like me, you can like the video. Liking the video is free $99. Like, please like the video. Like, that is free. Also, sharing the video is free. Also, being subscribed is free. So please do all of the free things so I can be successful. I'd appreciate it. Please, like, become a maximillionaire. Like, please. So, yeah. Let's get into the episode, and also comment. Yeah, please comment. But yeah, let's get into this episode. So we start off with the Ace Ops, and they're just talking. It's like, girl, you think he gonna bomb this city? Like, you think he gonna bomb us? You think he's gonna bomb Mantle? And like, Vina's like, yeah, he might, but like, it's worth it if the kids are gonna give up. And I don't know. Elm is like, girl, he ain't gonna do it. But then Meryl's like, bitch, I think he might do it. And then I was like, bitch, of course I'm gonna do it. Like, what the fuck you thought this was? Like, you thought I was playing? Like, you thought... I don't know what you thought, but I said what I said. I said what I said. And... Meryl is just kind of not taking it well. He's not fucking taking it very well. And, he kind of goes off. Harriet tries to be Harriet. I'm gonna ignore Harriet for now. He's like, I believed in you, and I was gonna follow you, and I thought we could work towards something better. And, and it's just like, girl, I don't know what you thought this was. I don't know where you thought she was, but, I guess, I don't know. I really don't know what you thought this was. Like, sis, he's been on some flaw shit. Like, he's been on some flaw shit, so I don't know what you thought this was. But he's really shocked that he's gonna do this, and, he's like, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
I don't have a bad attitude. Maybe I am angry inside. I've been through stuff, so I'm angry.
Yes, but this is not, be quiet, Tiffany. Be quiet.
That's what is
I'm
wrong
not
with
trying
you.
to, but you're not. Stop it! I have never in my life yelled at a girl like this. When my mother yells at this, it's because she loves me. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this. When you go to bed at night, you lay there and you take responsibility for yourself, because nobody's going to take responsibility for you. You roll in your eyes and you act like this because you've heard it all before. You've heard it all before. You don't know where the hell I come from. You have no idea what I've been through. But I'm not a victim. I grow from it and I learn. Take responsibility for yourself.
How dare you? And, he's like, I used to, love this badge, and now I see it for what it is. It's a collar. And it's like, okay, girl, like, sure, like, And, for me, it's just like, thanks, honey. Like, you abandoned, someone who was going to commit a war crime. Like, that must be super fucking hard for you. And it's just like, I guess it's just kind of like it's a little too late. I mean, I guess it's not too late, but it's like, for me, it's too late. Because, like, girl, you should have been done this. Like, why are you... But I guess this was your breaking point. And, bombing a city is a good line to have. Again, it is a good moral to not want to bomb a city. But, it's a low bar, in my opinion. So, yeah, he's going to walk off. And Ironwood is like, actually, surprise, motherfucker. And he's going to kill him. But Winter saves his life. So, yeah. Winter is kind of done at this point. So... yeah, I mean, I really don't want to spend too much time on this scene, because I'm not going to say it wasn't nothing, but it was just kind of like, Ironwood's crazy. Like, I don't know what you thought. I don't know. Like, people were like, Ironwood is crazy. And people were like, oh my God, Marrow is a girl, whatever. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Yeah. So back at the house, they're all theorizing and talking about what they're gonna do and Penny and blah 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 blah. And you know, it's very, 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 very stressful. Like they're stressed. You know. If you press down in your chest, don't stress. You know, like that is very much the energy. And Emerald's like, y'all fucked. Like, y'all fucked. And they're like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. And Oscar's like, hey everybody, give everybody a chance, you know, calm down, you know, ladies, get control of yourself. I'm man in charge, you know, I'm the man in charge, like, calm down, ladies, like, be rational, like, don't get too emotional, ladies, like, don't get too emotional, ladies. Did you know that I have a penis? Like, oh my god, like, ladies, you know, like, that's very much the energy, like, did you know I have a penis? Did you know I'm in charge? Like, you know, ladies, please calm down. In reality, I don't know, that's not really how he said it, but like for me, it's like, girl, like, I'm kind of over Oscar being the one. It's like, girl, calm down. Like, girl, shut the fuck up, Oscar. Have some emotion. Like, I'm kind of tired of Oscar, like, being like, oh my god, I'm so above it all because I don't get mad at anybody. You know, you can shoot me, stab me, torture me, step on me, and you know, I'm just gonna, you know, forgive you and love you because, you know, I am the main character now, and main characters can't have emotions. Like, if you're gonna be someone who is, you know, worth caring about, you can't have emotions. Like, you can't have moral principles. Like, you can have moral principles, but you can't judge other people for not having moral principles. Like, oh my god, like, we love Oscar because he's talking so rationally to Ironwood, and you know, we love how he just doesn't judge him. Don't you just hate when you're trying to, like, bomb a city or basically abandon your people and people judge you for it? Don't you just hate that, girl? Like, don't you just hate it? You know, like, that's the you know, and it's just like, ladies, calm down. You know, I'm a man. Like, I don't know what to do. And it's like, I don't know. I really don't want to pretend like that's what he was trying to do. But what I'm saying is that's the energy that it gave me. That's what I picked up on. It's just like, girl, Oscar, shut the fuck up. I like him. He's not Princess baby boy. But like, girl, sometimes I'm just like, girl, shut the fuck up. Yeah, so Ruby kind of like breaks down. She's like, girl, we in the same place we were yesterday, like sitting around arguing about what to do while the kingdom waits to die. And then she runs out like a really ugly mocap run, like really ugly. Like, rarely do I say anything in the show is ugly, because this show is actually really fucking gorgeous and the animation is great. Animators, like, love y'all hunties, love y'all besties, like, y'all are beautiful, like, y'all do such great work on the show. But that mocap was kind of ugly, sis. And then Yang runs after her and they go have a sister moment. Then cutting over to Jean and Ren and Nora. Jean is boosting her, but her scars are gone, and a lot of people are happy because they're like, yeah, I don't want that scars gone. I want a permanent reminder. I want consequences. Yeah, she overdid it. So I want her to have these ugly ass scars. Yeah, you know, yeah, Nora. Yeah, you better take those scars. Like, yeah. Pretty much that was the action. Like, all the men this episode, all the men, like, yeah, Nora, keep those scars, be permanently scarred. Like, yeah, you better stay scarred, Nora. I like my Nora bruised and bloody. Like, girl, like, that's very much the energy. Like, very much the energy. Like, very much like, hi, did you know I have a penis and I want to see women in pain? Like, I don't know. Again, not saying everybody who wanted the scars and the consequences thinks that way. That's just the energy that all this gives me. It's like, I don't know, like, and it's like, I mean, I guess it's fine. Like, the scars are there. It's a permanent reminder. I guess that's cute. I mean, but notice how they didn't care too much because they were not on her face. Like, they were on her face originally, but now they're not on her face. You know, just warning about that. And then I guess they didn't want, you know, too much. They wanted the Nora to have scars, but they didn't want the Nora to be ugly, so they removed the scars. No, but all jokes aside, I actually think it's actually a pretty good character choice to have the scars there. Not because consequences, not because of that, but just kind of like, I kind of want them to embrace different bodies, and like all bodies aren't scarred. Like, some people have like horrible scars on their body. Not horrible scars. I'm sorry. Sorry, I phrased it like that. But not horrible scars, but just like things that are reminders of their past. And I think Nora learning to love herself and her body and her scars, I think that's beautiful. I think that's a beautiful message, and I think that we should all, admire that. But no, John is boosting her. The scars won't go away. And there's a really horrible moment. Well, it's not a horrible moment, but Nora kind of goes off, and she's like, we were supposed to be a team, but none of that matters to you. Because you don't want to feel things that are hard. And like the music, I think it was the score, because the score like got really intense and then it faded back, and it was like the reason why it didn't work was because her monologue was too short. Like for something like, and this is just the music major in me. Like the monologue wasn't long enough for it to have that sort of like. Like you could have had some interesting music there. You could have had some interesting chord progressions there, but like Ren's speech shouldn't have had that dramatic of music, but Ren's speech having like a little bit more of an intense musical feel makes more sense, because his speech is a little bit longer, but hers is like a couplet, maybe one or two. I think it's 3 sentences. I think it's 3 sentences, and it's like, girl, like you don't need the whole dramatic score thing for that. Like you just don't, honey. You don't. But yeah, so she says he doesn't want to feel things that are hard. And I guess, I don't know, I hate that phrasing, feel things that are hard. Girl, like, can we like have some vocabulary? Can we like work on the vocabulary? Like, girl, like just say that you're a bad communicator. Like, just say you're bad at communication. Like, we can use the word communication, honey. Like, okay. Feel things that are hard. But yeah, Ren takes accountability. He takes responsibility. He was like, yes, it's all my fault. It's not your fault or Jean's fault. It's my fault. And, I was just so angry that I wasn't as good as the Aesops, and that we lost the land. But, I was just so frustrated, and I thought that if I was stronger and I was just better and I focused, then, we wouldn't do. But it's like, that's kind of bullshit, because like you were being a bitch to her in like fucking episode 3 when y'all had just got to Atlas. So it's like, girl, what's the real tea? Like, give me the real reason. Give me the real story. But I guess we gonna buy this story. And then John gets awkward and John leaves. Whatever. He knows when to get the fuck out. He knows how to read a room. And they actually have a really good, really meaningful, really beautiful conversation, basically about how he's kind of coming to terms with his emotions and his feelings, and Nora also is coming to terms with her emotions and her feelings, and the fact that and we also get some information about her past, where like her mother ran from the Grimm, and then she became they became Ren and Nora, but she doesn't know who just Nora is, and she has to figure that out. I think that's beautiful. I think that's great. I think that's a very mature message. I think that it's very, I don't know, I just think it's very mature of Nora. It's like, and that's why I didn't want them to get together, because it's like, girl, do you even know who the fuck you are? Like, you know what I mean? And I like that messaging of like, I can't be a good partner to you until I know who the fuck I am, and they agree that they're not going to do it now. And I think that's so great. And I think the body language and the chemistry and the acting and the music and the boob, like, that's cute. Like, this is the only cishet relationship that deserves rights. It is the only cishet relationship that deserves rights. Beautiful conversation, really good. Like, props to the writers, props to the animators, props to the voice actors. Like, everything was flawless. Chef's kiss. Love that. Moving on. Ruby and Yang are having a conversation about their mom. Okay, can we have a little brief conversation about Yang? Like, they're doing this whole thing with Bumblebee, right? And I lesbians chime in, because I could totally be out of my lane. But No, do you feel like they're kind of like trying to like make Yang more masculine with her mannerisms? Like lately, like over the past couple of volumes, it's like they really try hard to make her like her more masculine, like the way she sits or the way she gestures, or like for example, she walks into the room and she talks about how the Schnees and them Blake told her how the Schnees and them took it down, and she like puts her leg on it, like she has just like the biggest fucking dick. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just kind of like, girl, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong. Obviously, I don't think there's anything wrong with someone being more masculine or feminine or whatever. But it feels like over the course of the show, she's become a little bit more masculine, and like they don't really address it in like a meaningful way. Because if it is intentional that she's supposed to be like being a little bit more masculine, she's lesbian mechanic, and she's she's not like girly or prissy. Like I feel like that is I feel like that if that's a conscious choice, because I've noticed it, then they should point that out. Because Yang in the beginning, she was fiery and bubbly, whatever, but she was also pretty feminine. Like she's pretty feminine in her presentation. In terms of her outfit, she was pretty feminine in her presentation. In terms of her mannerisms, how she acted, how she talked, like her, like she, and her mannerisms, like the way she moved, like all it was serving femme queen, and now she's serving butch queen, which is fine. I love butch queens. Butch queens are great, and I think the show, one of the greater things about the show is that it showcases all types of different women. So it's great. I wish they would kind of address it. I don't know. I've noticed it about Yang. But they talk about, their mom, she's like, oh, what was underneath? And, it was like, oh, silver-eyed warrior, and then, that's what happened to mom. And, Yang starts crying, and it's actually pretty cute. Not cute, but you know what I mean? Like it was kind of tragic and sad how they had to have that conversation. And they talk about like risk, and RWBY's kind of really defeated. People love that shit. People love like this RWBY trauma porn of like, oh yeah, I want to see her low and defeated. Optimism, fuck that. Crush her optimism. Yeah, little girl. Yeah. Rub your face. Yeah. That's like, girl. It's like, yeah, chill. Like people really want to see this like little girl break. Like they really want to see her like, I don't know. Some people just want her dead. But a lot of people just want her to break and just be in a horrible emotional state. And it's like, and it's not even from a place of like wanting her to grow. It's just because like they don't like her, and they're like, yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get, little girl, for like disobeying our daddy. And it's like, girl, get over yourself. But yeah, she's having this moment, and Yang is like, listen. Blind optimism isn't great, but no optimism means we've already lost. We need hope. We need to take a risk. You know what I mean? Like you were taking a risk, and yes, it didn't work out, but my risk of helping Mantle didn't work out either. Okay, like mom took a risk the day she left, and I don't think it went the way she wanted it to, but she's still my hero. That was a beautiful scene. That was just a beautiful scene of sisters and them being sisters, and I mean, I'm glad they had this moment, especially because a lot of people were like, oh my god, RWBY and Yang, they don't fucking talk. Which, like, they didn't. Like, sorry, they didn't fucking talk. Like, yeah, sorry. Like, that was a valid criticism that they didn't talk. I don't agree with, blaming it on Bumblebee and, villainizing Blake for it, but they weren't fucking having sisterly conversations or sisterly moments, so they added some, like, whoop-de-doo, like, thank you, like, I'm not gonna act like the people who were like, RWBY and Yang don't talk anymore, RWBY and Yang don't talk as much. I'm not gonna act like they were crazy, but I'm also not gonna pretend like I genuinely thought that it was Bumblebee's fault. Like, no, Bumblebee has many problems, but Blake and RWBY, but RWBY and Yang not talking is not a symptom of Bumblebee. It's a symptom of bad writing. I take that back. I'm gonna try to not say bad writing unless I genuinely think it's bad writing. It's just something I don't like. It's not great. It's not great. But yeah. After that, Penny is going outside because she has to go to the vault, and we have this sequence where all the kids restrain them. Ruby and, Blake and Ren and, Weiss, and, she's boosting with the gravity glyph and all of that. And then John boosts her aura because she's not just a machine, she's a person with a soul and an aura and a heart. And it's pretty good, it's pretty decent, and they all just kind of have this great moment where they're all together. It's kind of like a battle cry, kind of like rallying the troops before the final act, before war, before they go to battle. And Ozpin finally speaks to the kids and they finally make up, where he's like, I'm sorry, I failed you. He talks about a girl, the girl who fell through the world, a girl who wanted to fall through a remnant and escape a choice, and because she didn't deal with it, it followed her. And he said that he failed them the day that they found out about his past, and he should not have run when they were confronted with it. And they also say that they understand that trust is a risk. And honestly, I know some people were like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Trust is a risk. Trusting people with sensitive information. And let's remove the RWBY context. Let's remove the fantastical context of RWBY and the relics. Just personally, with just secrets, with your past, things you've done, trusting people with that is a risk, because you don't know how they're going to react. You don't know what consequences that's going to have for you. You don't know what consequences that's going to have for them and how they're going to process that information. And you don't know how it could affect other people. So trusting people with sensitive information, trusting people in general is a risk, because you could get hurt. They could get hurt. You could get hurt. That's a risk. Trust is a risk. God damn, it is. Fuck. I could talk for hours about this shit, honestly, but I got other shit to do. But yeah. So they make up there, and they, Penny still has the virus in her though. And they're like, what are we gonna do about the virus? And John is like, I can't keep boosting her forever. And but Penny briefly is like, kill me. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because people are like, yeah, kill her and you can just rebuild her. I don't think it's like that, because I think you specifically need Pietro's aura. And I think that if he does it again, he'll die. So that's what makes it different. A lot of people don't get that, but whatever. I don't know. Penny. But yeah, no, they hatch a plan and they decide they're going to the vault. By the way, last episode I failed to mention that Neo took the relic and she taunted Cinder with it, and they're meeting up at the end of the episode because Neo is taunting Cinder. So I guess they're going to do something next episode. Hopefully, is something exciting. Yeah, so that was pretty much the episode. It was pretty much a series of different conversations. It was pretty much the last sort of battle cry before the episode ended. There wasn't much. I mean, there was also Crow and Robin. Let me not skip Crow and Robin, actually. So with Crow and Robin, they were having this conversation because they're out and they're trying to kill Ironwood, and they're trying to sneak in and go in and end him. Robin is like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this. And Crow's like, he deserves this. And she's like, girl, it's not about what he deserves. It's about helping people. And if we fuck up, we could die and other people could get killed too. And, he yells and they have a big dramatic moment. And this moment has a lot of controversy because a lot of people are like, okay, let me just go through the scene. She's like, because Crow is a person who's had, look, let's just talk about Crow for a second. Crow is a person who's gone through a lot of pain. A lot of pain. His semblance is bad luck, and that means that he causes misfortune to the people around him, and it's not something that he can control. It's not something he can quantify. It's a passive semblance, so it's always active. So that causes havoc on people's life, and whether it's minimal or whether it's a horrible thing that always fucks up with their life, it affects him. It affects him deeply because it affects others, and he believes that he has to stay away from the people that he loves. So that's a lot of fucking loneliness. And then he finally found somebody that he thought he could be around without his semblance getting in the way. It's somebody who would make it just safe for him to simply exist, to not make his fucking existence be a burden. And that was taken away from him, and he's hurting. Whether it was romantic or whether it was a friendship, both. It hurts. It fucking hurts. And Robin's like, I know you're hurting. And Clover, You respected him, but I think you're the better huntsman, not because you're the one that walked away, but because you're the one that was fighting for what was right. And I know a lot of Lucky Charms, let me explain it. A lot of Lucky Charms fans are pissed off and they feel like this is Robin just shitting on Clover and making him this horrible bad person and shitting on him and who he was. I disagree. I don't think that's the case. I think the Lucky Charms thing was really like they queer baited and they didn't really give a fuck about like I feel like they already had a story they wanted to tell, but they kind of wanted to queer bait people to get people into it. And then like once they were done with that, they were like okay, but like they weren't really thinking about anything else. They were just kind of like thinking about what they wanted to do, and they were just like there was just a total lack of care for the community after that. And I think their callousness comes from a lack of care. I personally don't think that Eddie and Kiersey and Miles and Eddie are at home thinking about, oh, how can we ruin Clover? How can we fuck Lucky Charms fans over? Because I just want to fuck with them because I'm mad. I don't think that's it. I genuinely think they don't even think about it. And I think that's the problem, that they don't think about it. But also, this scene is perfect, and I don't see anything wrong with it. I think Robin was speaking 155% facts because she didn't like that man, and she didn't really have any reason to like that man because that man was a disappointment to her. From what we've seen at every chance, he's a disappointment. Yes, he was very nice, he was very kind when he would say, hey, this is classified, hey, I can't help you out. But at the end of the day, he never helped her out. This is a woman who cares about her people, and she is constantly being told by people from Atlas to just trust in the general, trust in Atlas, trust in the huntsman. They're gonna take care of it. They did not take care of it. There's still a fucking gaping hole in our fucking wall that Grim and Grim are coming to. So I don't know what y'all mean. Y'all was gonna take care of it. Y'all never took care of it. Y'all never took care of it. So I don't know, like Clover was that guy who was like, I like my friends. I have like fun. I'm a normal person, but my orders matter a little bit more than the things that I may individually care about. And that is a flaw that Winter has. That's a flaw that Marrow and Harriet for sure and Vine. All the Aesops have it. The issue I feel like Lucky Charms fans have is, although they all have the same flaw, Clover does not get redemption. Like, I think the Aesops as a whole are just gonna get redeemed or whatever, and they're gonna have a moment where they turn or whatever, I guess. Or maybe they won't, who knows. But we see that Winter and Marrow have already had enough, and it looks like the other Aesops may be soon to follow after. So the issue is that Clover didn't get that. Clover is dead. Clover has no opportunity to make it up. Clover has no opportunity to make it better or fix his mistake. He is dead. But I think when they created him, they always knew he was going to die. I think they always knew that they already knew that they were going to do this storyline. But I don't know. I see where Lucky Charms have an issue with it. I just disagree. I think Clover was very problematic, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I respect everybody's opinion. I get where everybody's coming from, and I just want to foster some understanding for the fair game community. But yeah, that was that. And then there's a meeting on the elevator, and because they think that it's one of those moments where like the elevator opens and we don't know who it is, but I think it's gonna be Marrow and Winter. But yeah, that was the episode. That was Risk, and it was a pretty decent episode. Like I said, it was just kind of like a battle cry, like calm before the storm sort of thing. Battle speak before we head into battle. These final couple of episodes should be really interesting, so hopefully they're really good. But yeah, I just wanted to remind everybody again to join the Patreon to get access to all of these great things, all of these great perks. And also, I just wanted to shout out my patrons, Moon Prison and That Sketchy Supporter. Currently, we have those two patrons. So they are the kings. Like they get to do whatever they want. They are in the Discord server, and they are, making requests for reaction series and stuff. Like they're getting I'm working hard for them. Like they are my bosses essentially. run the show. So if you want to be a producer, if you want to be my boss, if you want me to work for you and do the videos you want me to do, then become a patron, and that'll be that. Again, my PayPal will be in the description. If you want to leave me a little tip, that would be great. Remember to like the video because that's free. Remember to subscribe because that's free. Remember to hit the notification bell because that's free. And leave a comment below, obviously, because I want to know what you think about the episode. I don't make these videos to talk to myself. But anyway, this has been Maxwell Media Inc. I'm your host, Maxwell. May the power protect you. Bye.